Hello everyone, today is December 19th, and welcome to a look-in discussion of the upcoming week, including the Arctic blast moving in for your Christmas weekend. Now today has been just miserable. That's like the only word I have to describe this. It's just that bad. If we take a look over the local area, you can see widespread cloudiness, and there are a lot of storms around, and temperatures are in the mid 40s. Some places are in the upper 30s at this point, and others are just in the mid 50s. There's a huge temperature gradient across the area, which is caused by a warm front that is currently draped along the coast. Now, for this entire system, we can see that there is a low pressure system currently on the lower Texas coast. This is moving eastward, and that's what has the warm front attached to it. As we can see, we have mid 70s in the Gulf. We have 30s up toward us. Huge temperature gradient across the area due to the warm front. If we look at radar, we see numerous storms and numerous showers across the area, creating a very ugly day. And actually, if we turn a little closer, this little guy that went over me about an hour ago, produces some small hail over the area. These storms are going to be capable of some hail. It might even be classified as sleet. I'm not really sure if this is sleet or hail, considering we're in the upper 40s, but for now I'm just going to call it hail. As we can see, storms are just forming over us. They're forming a little bit along the warm front, so more down here. Some of them are forming just over the area in general. But like I said, the easy way to classify it is just miserable. And honestly, it's not as miserable as it could be, because if we went to the north here, you can see a swath of rain just over southern Mississippi, creating temperatures in the mid 30s. It is 36 in Macomb, Mississippi, with rain, getting very close to freezing rain. Luckily, that's Mississippi's problem, as we will be staying in the mid 40s for pretty much the entire day. And if you're along the coast, I hope you enjoy your mid 60s while it lasts, because it won't last for that long. But if we do look, we see Baton Rouge, New Roads, and Bogalusa currently sitting at 41, while the South Shore, Louisiana currently sits near 50. If you're going to the west a little bit, you get into the mid 40s, and along the coast, you are in the mid 50s to mid 60s, depending on how close to the coast you actually are. But for the first part of this video, we're going to focus on today. So this is the 18ZH-RRR. Currently, we're looking at numerous showers and storms across the area, and those will pretty much continue throughout the entire day. As we get to tonight, we'll see a line of storms moving through the Gulf of Mexico, and some precipitation from the northern end of that will end up in our area on the South Shore and create some pretty terrible conditions once again, enhancing the rain chances. Now after this blows by, we get a slight tranquil period between about 3 in the morning and sunrise. However, once again, after sunrise, there will be more rain that has a chance to move in and a chance to be a little bit heavy. Once again, there could be a storm or two in there, but we're not really expecting much out of that. Once we get after midday Tuesday, all the rain will be moving out and temperatures will be dropping once again. Now behind this low, temperatures actually won't be dropping all that much. We'll see lows only in the mid 40s on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, which will be very welcome for what's coming. Now Wednesday and Thursday will be pretty quiet with not much going on. And while Wednesday only sees highs in the lower 50s, Thursday will actually see highs nearing 70 in the area. But what you can see off to the west is the cold air. That's right. Thursday night into Friday, I know you've all heard it already, but there is going to be a crash in the temperatures. Now, how cold will we get? Now, what matters here is how fast the cold front actually progresses. The cold front has been trending a lot faster in recent model runs. This would mean that Thursday night and a Friday morning would be way colder, as this time will be when the cold air has its biggest grip over us. If we go to the forecast from our weather service office in New Orleans, your eyes are not deceiving you. These are your forecasted lows. Macomb, Mississippi, 11 degrees. Baton Rouge, 15. New Orleans, 22. Slidell, 13. Pascagoula, 17. Now obviously you have a range depicted here. These are your highest and lowest percentiles that you might see. These are like the range of temperatures we're looking at. But for southeastern Louisiana, these temperatures are incredibly cold. Now do keep in mind this is for Thursday night and a Friday morning. But what will also be a problem is the stiff winds that will be coming out of this front. Pretty much everywhere we'll see wind chills in the single digits. And as far north as you get, if you get to the Mississippi line, you might even be dealing with negative wind chills. The winds will be whipping to about 40 miles an hour in gusts over this time. That's how stiff we're talking. That's how dangerous this situation is. Now, if we look at potential daytime highs on Friday, well, they're not very high, are they? Across the area, you barely get above freezing, and in most spots, you might not even hit above freezing. Your highs will pretty much be below freezing all day. And even if you do get above freezing, your temperatures are just going to crash again once we get back to Friday night. Now, Friday's lows will be very similar to that of Saturday's, although they might be a touch higher than the other ones. As you can see, your lows in most spots are about 1 to 2 degrees higher. As for highs, well, they do get a little bit higher. You don't get below freezing all day. You see above freezing for a little bit, but you're not getting out of the 30s. You're going to stay in the 30s all day. Now, I know that everybody wants to know if it's going to snow, and I hate to break the news to you, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does not look very likely that we see snow at this event. As we can see, before the front passes, there will be some rain, but the rain dries out before the front gets here. And while we can't rule out maybe a isolated snow pocket or two that's very light and doesn't do anything, there's just not very likely over the area. So for the forecast itself, this is for Norco. You can see for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, we see highs mid 50s, highs mid 50s, highs mid 50s. Lows mid 40s, lows upper 40s, and then Wednesday night we'll actually see higher lows than that. But what I do want to point out is that into tonight and into tomorrow there will be some higher winds in the area as well. Now by tomorrow morning, as I mentioned, rain chances start to go down as we get into the day, and it'll be totally gone by sunset. Thunder will be possible this whole time, but it's not too likely we see thunderstorms, although there have been numerous thunderstorms today. Wednesday night into Thursday, we see middle 50s for lows, and Thursday will actually be pretty good, as I mentioned. We'll see highs in the mid 60s. However, as we look toward Thursday night, the bottom falls out. In Norco, the explicit forecasted low is 27 degrees. As we can see, the wind chill gets down to about 12, it looks like. And like I mentioned, those winds will be howling. That is sustained winds at 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 to 40. Also notice, rain chances do exist for the little bit portion of the day, but they're not very high. And also note, they are not giving any snow chances or any sleet or freezing rain chances. There are no chances of that stuff happening. So for now, winter weather does not seem very likely. 33 degrees is your forecasted high on Friday. Saturday, your forecasted high is about 36. On Friday night, your low is about 24, with a wind chill of 14. Saturday night, a little bit warmer if you can even call it that, but we still have temperatures in the upper 20s. Sunday for your Christmas, you'll near 40 but not get there. While it will be very cold, I will say that there is not much of a rain chance on these days, so you're looking at a pretty beautiful day for your Christmas. Like I said, still cold. If you have any plans for Friday and you plan to be outside, make sure you bundle up as much as you can. This is a very dangerous situation for southeastern Louisiana. We haven't had temperatures this cold in many years. Many of us kids have not experienced temperatures this low just yet, and this will be our first time experiencing that. With that said, have a safe and Merry Christmas. Make sure to bundle up this weekend as you're going to need it, and stay safe over your Christmas break. Thanks for watching.